Hello, everyone, and welcome again. Today, we'll be talking about pronouns. And more specifically, we're targeting pronouns beginning with some, any, no, and every. So, as always, strap on your seatbelts. It's grammar time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Now, today we're talking about pronouns, indefinite pronouns. We'll use these to describe people, places, and things. As you can see here in this beautiful little chart, people, places, and things in columns, and then we have the rows with one, all, none, and none with questions and negatives. Now, let's talk about first the prefix some and any. Now, typically, sometimes people get these confused, but we use any, okay, with questions or negations. For example, do you know anything? Okay, anything, anyone, any place to eat. Okay, so this is a question, thus we'll use any. All right. In English, you should know that we do not use double negatives. We can only negate a sentence once. So this is another reason we use any. I didn't have, there's our negative. I didn't have anything, okay? All right, we cannot say I didn't have something. I didn't have anything. Now that we have that clear, let's go back to our chart. When we're talking about one, either one person, one place, or one thing, we use the prefix some. When we're speaking of all of one kind, all of one people, places or things, then we use every. When we use none, we use no. Pretty simple stuff, right? Well, we'll see. So, lastly, you can see we have the any, okay? And this is like we use as I described earlier. Okay, so let us look here at some examples. Okay, let's scroll up. Okay, number one, something is wrong. Okay, now this is another big thing to pay attention to. Something is. This is a singular noun, pronoun. Okay, something is singular. Okay, anything is singular. Everybody is singular. Even though it sounds kind of plural, it is still singular. Okay, so be careful with that. We have to watch out for our subject and verb agreement. Okay, now here we're using an affirmative or a positive sentence. Okay, something is wrong. Okay, that's just a positive sentence. So something is perfect here. Number two, I can't find my keys. I've looked everywhere, all places. Okay, I wouldn't say I've looked somewhere because I have looked more than one place, everywhere. Okay, so I can't find my keys. I've looked everywhere. Okay, and again, this is positive. Okay, all right, when we're using to talk about none, okay, now pay attention to the spelling here. It's not connected. Okay, so no one visited her while she was in hospital. Okay, pretty simple stuff. Okay, And number 4, of course, this is a question, so we'll use any, the prefix with any. Has anybody called me? I don't know. Probably not if you're me. No. So anyway, let's just see if we missed anything, but I think we've covered most of the subject here. So the formality of any body, or excuse me, the formality of body and one. For example, somebody and someone. Okay, somebody is considered a bit less formal than someone. I personally like using someone. However, in colloquial speech, use what your heart desires. Okay, it matters not. So anyway, let us look at some examples and let's do some work together here. This is a very short subject. Okay, now number 1, there isn't. Okay, now what do you think the answer is? We have a negative here. So like I said earlier, okay, we cannot use double negatives in English, and nobody is a negative. Okay, it negates. So we don't use nobody, we have to use anybody. Okay, all right, number 2, nobody checked in or everybody checked our tickets. Okay, well, I think that we would use nobody. Personally, I would say no one, but that's not an option. So nobody fits the ticket. Haha, if you know what I mean. All right. All right. Nobody checked our tickets. All right. Number 3, we went blank nice to eat. So did we go to a thing or did we go to a place? I think, what do you think? Good. Place. We went to a place. Okay? That means we need to use where. Somewhere. Over the rainbow. Have you heard of that song? It's a pretty good song. Somewhere over the rainbow. All right? Now, number 4. Oh God, James is here. Okay, this is a true story. James looked nowhere. Well, that might be true too, but however, if you're looking, that defeats the purpose. You look, so you have to look somewhere, and you probably look more than one place, right? Spooky, right? So you look everywhere. So true story, all the time, everywhere, not one. All right, well, number 5 is a negative. I don't. So what do we use with negatives? Any. Good. I don't want to stay anywhere. Okay. There isn't another negative. Anything to do. Right? Number 7. Let's look at this. Okay. Is so expensive here. So here's a positive statement. And we're talking about all. So everything. Okay. Number 8 is a question. So will anyone, okay, we use anyone with questions or any with questions. And number 9, blank in Dublin was so friendly. Now, everyone was, that's important. Everyone, somebody, everybody, someone was, okay, singular, third person singular. All right, so guys, let's stop at that, and you can practice a little more and keep up the good work. We'll see you next lesson. Bye-bye.